Governor Lamont announced the state's public health lab in Rocky Hill is now fully capable of testing for the coronavirus. The lab needed to get approval from the CDC and the FDA. There are still no confirmed cases of coronavirus here in Connecticut and no patients under investigation for possible exposure. We want to kick off our team coverage tonight with more on calls in our state for the federal government to do more.
Channel 3 New Haven Bureau Chief Matt McFarland is live in Milford now, where state leaders made that plea. Matt?
Well, Dennis and Aaron, Connecticut's two U.S. senators, they claim the Trump administration is not taking this threat of the coronavirus seriously enough. Now, the president has requested $2.5 billion in funding. About half of that is new, and they say that's just simply not enough. Senators Chris Murphy and Richard Blumenthal, they were holding a roundtable discussion here at Bridgeport Hospital's Milford campus earlier today, joining Governor Lamont, doctors, hospital staff, along with Milford's mayor and the city's health director. The topic, the potential impact of the coronavirus on Connecticut, that touched on everything from prevention, symptoms, which are just like the flu, to supplies and testing. Now, one doctor said it's a serious virus. It needs to be taken seriously, but not to panic, adding that 80% of those infected so far have shown mild symptoms. They also discussed what the federal government can do to help make sure the state and others are prepared. And as for the senators, that means more money. Earlier this week, Murphy called on emergency funding to fight back against the spreading virus, along with questioning the Trump's administration for submitting a budget that would slash funding to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. Both senators say this should be a bipartisan issue, requesting more than $8 billion in emergency funding to help the CDC, Health and Human Services, reimburse states and local health departments, along with working on a vaccine.
The president is dramatically and dangerously lowballing the amount of money it's going to take to fight this pandemic. $1.2 billion just doesn't cut it. We had less than 6 cases of Ebola in the United States, and Congress allocated $4 billion. We need to pass an emergency funding bill ASAP.
And the senators say they expect to be back in D.C. next week, where they will begin debating on some emergency funding. We're live with the mobile newsroom in Milford. Matt McFarland, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.